On, man, what's going on with you, man?
Man, you got it, bro.
Man, so I'm go ahead. I'm already recording, man, so we can go ahead and knock this out. This Kevin with
Okay.
Street Elements Magazine. I'm gonna go ahead and let you introduce yourself and go ahead and let you tell the people what you shared with me today.
Okay. My name is Richard Crawford. And what I shared with you today was that my son, he killed himself. He shot himself in the head just past Friday night, like Saturday morning. And it's basically, I'm stating that this what goes on when you're wrongfully incarcerated. The system takes you away from your child. It had a mental impact on your entire family. But that's what's really was the X factor in it all. Got a broken home, father incarcerated, single parent with the mom, and the results was it was a death. He fatally shot himself, and that's where we at.
How old was he?
He was 28 years old.
Have he been
When I-
suffering
when
with
I-
mental health all his life?
Well, it's crazy that you asked this, but I'm gonna put this on the record. Well, when I left, he was 13 years old. All right. His mother, she befriended a guy who told her that he was a former police officer, something of that nature. Well, not only does my baby mom have my son, she had 3 more sons and a daughter. Well, ultimately, the guy was actually befriending my baby mom not to get her, but to get around her boys.
Mm.
And he convinced her. He been around enough. He convinced her, hey, you want to take him to the basketball games or whatnot. He spent time with him. He convinced us to allow them to spend the weekend over there, over his place or whatnot, spend the night. And when they got over there, it came to me like the cousin, the little young cousin, he ended up, going down on him. He sucked on him. And my son was asleep. But in the midst of it, when he woke up, the man had his penis in his hand, right at the point of inserting it in his mouth. He jumped up. They ended up going back home. He told his mama, and the guy was actually charged. I don't know what man, but he was charged. But the thing in that is, the mama did not want to have a trial. Therefore, the state knew that their case was weak, and the defense knew, we had a strong case, because she stated that she didn't want the kids to have to get put back on the stand and tell everybody about what happened, to relive what happened that night. So they basically gave him this pat on the wrist, man, and I don't even think the man probably even went to jail. I think they might have gave him probation or whatnot. And I'm saying, when I ended up hearing about it, because now at this point in time, I'm incarcerated while all this is going on. So when I hear about it, I'm like, dude, don't you know that by you not trying to prosecute the man to the fullest, you leave him room to go out and do it to somebody else shot. So, so it goes on to now, like I said, he was 13 when I left, and was really 12 and a half, because it's going on like 16 for me. But me going around, now he getting older. Now he rebelling a little bit, and he really rebelling against his mom. he come, as you can see with the picture that I sent you, you know, when he come to see me, it's like, man, my man. Then he like, Daddy, I need you out here. He said, man, I don't care where you at, as long as I know you in the streets. He said, I know I feel safe. He said it all the time.
Right.
And so then it goes to his mom saying he was diagnosed with, I don't know, the schizophrenic, whatever case may be. Now he got to go through counseling because he cannot mentally get over what done happened to him. So when he gets to 18, like 19, he gains a voice now. So when he gains his voice, he's like, hey, I'm grown. My mama, you can't really steer me into saying what I want to say. I can say what I want to say. So the older he got, the more he would come out with, man, I hate you. You let that man get around. You let that man do that to me and my cousin. You let that man, you let that man. So he was constantly to the point, he was like, I hate homosexuals. All of them need to die. Da, 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 da. So he acted out. He goes, so her result is, they sent him to this place in Memphis called Charter Lakeside.
Okay.
So they want to send him to this mental place. Now he going through the mental thing. He's staying there like months at a time. He get out. Months at a time. He get out. So this went on in the course of his life up until they got into it. He goes to his grandmom. The grandmom say, hey, you smoking the black in my house, and I got something was wrong with her throat. The doctor said she had something on her throat, and she cannot be around smoke. So that led him to have to go back to where his mom is at. Now, when he go back to the mom house, which is where he died, he's not over there. I mean, no time, and next thing you know, he's dead. And the mom can trigger off a alarm in him like nobody I have ever seen before in my life. And what I'm telling you here today, in this interview is stemming all the way back from what happened to him in his childhood that he never mentally got over.
Right.
And through the course of it all, I was gone. Because of the charge that I'm currently on. I was missing. I was absent through all of this. So, you know, that's what I'm living with today. That was my kids, everybody. I mean, we living with this story, what I'm telling you right now today.
Man, refresh the people back up on your story again.
Okay, now, my story is this. We have, in 2009, Memphis and Shelby County, they states that I victimized a man by the name of Mike A. Murphy. Okay. Now, actually, it was December 7, 2009. So, when all the paperwork come out, I get indicted this April the 21st, 2011. Well, during the course of this, the indictment process, they take the name Mike Murphy to the grand jury that states that Richard Crawford victimized this man by the name of Mike Murphy. We feel that we have strong enough evidence to indict and where there's getting conviction. So the grand jury indicts me again for 21-2011. Now it goes to, I'm going to fast forward to, it's time for me, I'm ready to go to trial. So my first trial was in 2013.
Right.
In 2013, when I get ready to go to trial, they bring in state's key eyewitness. He come in, he raises his hand in front of the judge, and he states that my name is Mike Murphy. He spelled his name for the court. Now, it goes to, I end up getting a mistrial during that trial. So now it goes back to 2016. This was the trial where I got convicted. But they bring in the same individual as before, Same individual they took to the grand jury, and he come in, they tell him to raise his hand, spell his name for the court. He said, my name is Mike Murphy, M-I-K-E-M-U-R-F-I-K. Now, at the conclusion of this trial, I get convicted for victimizing Mike Murphy. Well,
okay, so you got, hold on, I want to stop you for a minute. So you got convicted for victimizing a man named Mike Murphy.
A man named Mike Murphy. I got convicted for victimizing the man by the name of Mike Murphy. Now, in 2019, I received a gold envelope with FBI discovery in it. When I opened the envelope up, it's an FBI case. And the case is listing a man by the name of Abdel Murphy in it, and it's stating that Abdel Murphy was used to convict 3 police officers in 2010. Now, we're going to go, mind you, my charge happened in 2009. I didn't get convicted until I didn't get indicted until 2011. So this paperwork that I'm reading right now has the date of February the 22nd, 2010. It's an FBI report. Now, fast forward in 2022, that my investigative team comes up with a death certificate. On this death certificate, it states that it is a man by the name of Mike Murphy that came from Jerusalem in 1960. He was formerly known as Muhammad Aziz Abdel Murphy. Murphy was spelled M-U-R-F-I-Q over in Jerusalem. He came to the United States. He came to Detroit. He came to Michigan. He stated that he wanted to change his name from Muhammad to Mike Murphy. At that point in time, the United States, once they declared him a legal citizen of the United States, they issued him a social security number. He is now legally known as Mike Murphy.
Right.
Well, the death certificate showed that Mike Murphy died in 1999. Now, let's go back. My indictment states that I victimized Mike Murphy in 2009. This death certificate that everyone is reading, it states the judge, me, my attorney, the prosecutor, it states that this man died in 1999. Okay, so now it goes to, well, wait a minute. If he died in 1999, who was the man you all brought in the courtroom under the false pretense as being Mike Murphy? Now we're going to fast forward into, I had a post-conviction hearing in 2023.
Okay.
It started in 22, but they kept, resetting, it's kind of getting through the COVID area. So they come and they reset me out. So now it's 23. It's April the 13th, 2023. I'm representing myself at the time. And so I had the court to subpoena this man we know as to be Mike Murphy. The same man that came, the same man they took to the grand jury, the same man that came in at the first trial, same man that came at the second trial where I got convicted, he's now standing before me and the judge and the prosecution again. He comes in, he raises his hand, and they ask him, do you swear to tell the truth? He say he do. He get on, sit down, and I ask him, could he please state his first and last name for the benefit of the court reporter and spell it? He said, my name is Abdel A. Murphy. Then he goes into, I asked him, do he have his identification with him? He said he do. The bailiff walks to him, get his driver's license, hand it to the judge. The judge write the name down. Then I asked him to state it for the record. He read his name. It was Abdel Aziz Mike Murphy. That was his whole name. So he in turn turned around and points at the prosecution. And I say, wait a minute. So you telling this court today that your name is Abdel Murphy? He pointed at the prosecution and said that my name had always been Abdel Murphy. They was the one that said I was Mike Murphy. He said I texted him my birth certificate, my social security card with my social security number, and it all is attached to the name of Abdel Murphy. Now, let's back up to this federal case that happened in 2010. They used him to convict 3 police officers in 2010. In that report, they stated that his name was Abdel Murphy, meaning the man sitting on the stand is telling the truth.
Right.
That they knew he was Abdel Murphy the whole time. But the thing is, they took the name of the dead daddy who they knew did not have a federal felony conviction on his background, because they knew Abdel Murphy had one for cocaine out of the state of Michigan, back steaming all the way back from 1985, 1998. They knew he had a tainted background. So they allowed him to come over in state court and swear in under false pretense of his dead father to have me convicted off the streets.
Now, I got a question for you. When you brought this information out in court, what did the judge say?
The judge told me, and I have the paperwork to prove it, the judge told me that because his name is Abdel Aziz Mike Murphy, which is 4 names, the judge told me that his name is interchangeable. Let me say it again. She said because he has 4 names, his name is interchangeable, which means like a set of dominoes. You can move it around and you can say, hey, today I want to be Mike Aziz Abdel Murphy. And the social security number is going to attach to their name just like it attached to Abdel Mike Aziz Murphy. No, in the United States, it doesn't work like that. The name that your parents give you at birth, before you even know who you are. When your parents give you your name at birth, the government give you a social security number. The government give you a social security number attached to the name in the order that your parents have it on your birth certificate. That's
correct.
it. No
Correct.
one, it's not legal for you to take your middle name or your last name and make that your first name, and your first name your last name, and then your same social security number apply to it as if it did on your birth certificate.
And did they ask him to quote his age inside of the courtroom?
No, they never asked him to quote his age. No, they didn't. They never asked him to quote his age.
They didn't look at it as newly discovered evidence?
In my post, I put it in under newly discovered evidence. But the judge was stating that because the name had been known to the defense the whole time, she wouldn't qualify as being newly discovered evidence. But I'm saying this. If so, if the judge is 100% right in what she said, If it had been known to the defense the whole time, that means it had been known to the prosecution the whole time. Why didn't they go and take the name Abdel Murphy to the grand jury instead of Mike Murphy?
Yeah, that don't make no sense. You know, I keep hearing a lot of bad press about Memphis, Tennessee Police Department, Shelby County courthouse. I hear a lot of bad press. I seen some stuff on the news when they was talking about that.
Exactly. So let me tell you something. In the recent years in Memphis, Tennessee, this is what done happened. They have the Innocence Project, which was basically based out of Nashville. The Innocence Project actually went and bought property over here on Peabody and opened up an office. That's number one. Number two, the DA office they developed a system that they put together called the Justice Review Unit. They call it the JRU. Now, this was put in order for people who think that they have been wrongfully incarcerated, wrongfully convicted in the state of Memphis, Tennessee, Shelby County. Submit this application along with your evidence. Once we review it, if we see that you have been wrongfully convicted, wrongfully incarcerated, we will get together and release you. Now, that's number two. Number three, the DOJ have been down here, this is like the second or third time that the DOJ have actually been in Memphis, Tennessee because of the way policing are being policed in the courtrooms are being ran in Memphis, Tennessee. You do not have nobody to Innocent Project buy property to be stationed in Memphis, Tennessee. Develop this actual system to where you can use JRU, and the DOJ to stay basically live in Memphis, Tennessee if you are doing the right thing. If you are policing and doing the right thing in your city, these people are not coming to see you. The reason they are staying here because they already know what's going on and what's been going on in Memphis and Shelby County. It's been going on for years.
Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of bad press, man, saying it's a lot of seem like corruption going on up there in Memphis, Tennessee right now.
Yes, sir.
You know. So what's your next process? What's your next process now? What you got to go to the Supreme Court?
Well, right now, my case is out. My case, my post conviction is on the is at the Court of Appeals, and the DOJ just released their report finding Memphis, Shelby County, the policing system, the court system, everybody in violation of constitutional rights, to civil rights violations, to, I mean, it's unlimited. I mean, I think it's a 78, almost like an 80-page report. And it's coming in at the right time because I asked my attorney to amend some of the things that's going on within the case, because as I talk to you, I'm currently being incarcerated, sitting down doing this interview as a man that's been victimized. As a man, I've been victimized of fraud. And right. they're conspiring with the fraud by telling me and telling my family and telling everybody that I victimized a man in 2009 with the records, and even the witness statements say that the man been dead since 1999. He told them. That's my daddy. That's my daddy's name. It's not none of my name. My daddy been dead since 1999. But that's the name this bitch don't mind typing. So
what they claiming you did? Shot the guy?
Yeah, they claim I shot the guy in the league. They give me a criminal second-degree murder for shooting a man in the league. They give me 22 years at 100%. Then they tacked on an additional 15 years for the weapon. So if you look at my sentence, it looks like I got a total of 37 years for what I just told you. So
they read it consecutively or concurrently?
Yes, they ran it consecutively. So what I will have to do, I have to do the 22 at 100. I have to make once I get through with it, the other 15 I have to do. They say the first 6 years will be at 100%. Then they say I have to parole out on the remaining 9 years. So yeah, so I basically, for me, before I get out, I'm going to have to actually flat a 22 at 100, and I'm going to have to parole out on the additional after do 6 years. It's gonna be a 9. I'm gonna have to parole out on the remaining 9 years of the 15-year sentence. That's when I'll be able to get I'll see the street. So now I've been gone 15. January gonna be cutting the quarter, going towards 16. They're gonna leave me with probably another 4 on the 22. Then I got to do an additional 6 at 100. So they're gonna leave me at doing another 4.5. Then I have to parole out on the 9. So, and who's gonna say they're gonna give me parole the first time I go up? So I'm looking at man, probably 30 years before I even touch the streets on what I'm telling you.
Damn. So when you say 100%, that's like mandatory. You got to do 22 mandatory.
Yes, 22 years mandatory. But I came in right. I think I caught the last of the mandatory. Because the mandatory, once you come to the penitentiary, they break 100% down to 85%.
Right.
But now they pass a law if you got any aggravated crime down in Memphis, Tennessee, in the state of Tennessee. If you get a charge at 100% and it's an aggravated crime, you do 100%. So yeah, that's where we at. That's where we at, man. And like I said, you know, this death, it home too bad, man. You know, I got, and then mind you, I got 12 kids by 11 different women. So it's a lot of kids, man. My kids missing me royally right now.
Right.
And like I said, had the judge would have ruled properly in what she saw and what she read and what he said, I would have been at home. So who knows? My son may still be alive.
What type of advice you got for anybody young out here that, man, be possibly in the streets, man? Maybe committing crimes or hang around the wrong people, man. What type of advice you got for them?
Man, the advice I would tell them is get the furthest away from the weapons, because they are constantly getting more strict on them, and you will be in the blink of an eye, whether you right or wrong. Sometimes once you get tied up in this criminal system, that's the hardest thing. You know, I have found out the hardest thing in the world to do is to get out of prison.
For sure.
I think if you can give me a pair of white pliers and about 10,000 clothes hangers, I can build an airplane before I can get out of jail with some white pliers and clothes hangers.
Man, that's for real, man.